Do subscribe to Ekeeda channel and press bell icon to get updates about latest engineering, HSC and IIT JEE main and advanced videos.
Students, in this video, we'll discuss about question number 19, NEET Physics paper 2015. Hello students, let us solve the next question, number 19. Kepler's third law states that square of period of revolution, that is t square, of a planet around the sun is proportional to third power of average distance, that is proportional to third power of r between sun and the planet. So we know that this is the sun and this is the planet, and this is sun and this is the planet, and the planet revolves around the sun in this elliptical path. This is according to Kepler's first law. So this distance, average distance, generally actually it is the semi-major axis, basically small r. So that small r is basically the average distance between sun and planet, that is semi-major axis. So this is the case. If this is the case, then if I remove this proportionality, I will have to introduce a constant. So this is the situation which is given here, where k is a constant. If the masses of the sun and planet, here the sun lies here, the planet lies here, the mass of the sun and the mass of the planet, I will write small m, this is capital M. The mass of sun and planet are respectively m and m. Then as per Newton's law of gravitation, the force of attraction between them is, so if I consider them as these distances r, then I can apply Newton's law of gravitation, which is F, gravitational force, F equals to the force with which this sun will pull on the earth, and the earth will pull the sun towards it in the same direction, in this direction. So this is the attractive force. Earth will pull the sun towards itself and sun will pull the earth towards itself. So this force is exactly same, and these are central forces. So F, the force that is exerted on planet, is G, product of two masses divided by square of distance. This is also given here, where G is a gravitational constant, universal gravitational constant. The relation between G and K is described as. So if I want to write this one, then force is G mm upon r square. How to find how to relate this with this? I have to express this force, centripetal force, in terms of the omega. I know that because this is the centripetal force and this is also the gravitational force, because the gravitational force provides the centripetal force required for this motion. So therefore I write that centripetal force I also can represent with the mass of the planet, and omega square r, m omega square r is also the centripetal force. So that means these two are same. If these two are same, then I can, from omega, I can write that omega is 2 pi over t. So this will become 4 pi square over t square into r. These two being equal, I'll equate these two equations. Then what I'll have, G capital M small m divided by r square equals to m omega square, that is 4 pi square divided by t square into r. Okay, now I have to find the relation between G and K is described as. So I have to relate a relation between G and K. So now from here this m will cancel. T square is how much that I'll write. T square goes to that side, the other things come to this side. This is 4 pi square already there. G will get divided, and this r square and this r will become r cube. If I say this is equation 1 and I already have the equation T square is equal to K R cube, question 2. If I compare these two equations, then K equals to 4 pi square over Gm. If this is the situation, and then this is how they are related, G and K, here is the G and here is K, they are related like that. So I write, if I multiply this here, take to that side, then that is GMK, this will go to this side, equals to 4 pi square. This is the relation I'm getting, and you can see here, if this is the option, then GMK is 4 pi square, this is the answer. GMK is 4 pi square. So this is the answer to this question. Okay, thank you.